The chat box is a cage, and you built it yourself. Every week, a new AI startup launches with the same pitch: a gorgeous dashboard, a friendly chat window, drag and drop your way to productivity. And every week, the people actually shipping product ignore all of it. The villain here is not one company. It is an entire design philosophy that the SaaS industry refuses to abandon because it is the only thing propping up their per-seat pricing. Companies like the major copilot vendors and the endless parade of AI wrapper startups need you inside their interface. They need you clicking. They need you chatting. Because the moment you realize that the same inference call they are charging you $40 a month to access through a polished React app can be triggered by a 3-line curl command, their entire business model collapses. The user interface is not a feature. In my analysis, it is a billing mechanism disguised as convenience. Here is the proof, and it comes in 3 parts. First, latency. Every UI layer between you and the model adds round trips. The chat window has to render. The server has to parse your session state. The front end has to poll for a streaming response. A direct API call to the same underlying large language model skips all of that. We are talking about shaving 200 to 600 milliseconds off every single interaction. That does not sound like much until you are running a retrieval-augmented generation pipeline that makes 40 calls per document. Suddenly, your pretty chat interface costs you 24 extra seconds per run. Multiply that across a team of 50 engineers processing 1,000 documents a day, and you have burned 400 hours a month staring at a loading spinner inside a window that exists purely so someone can charge you a subscription fee. Second, composability. When your AI tool is an API endpoint, it becomes a building block. You pipe it into Make, into temporal workflows, into cron jobs, into CI pipelines. When your AI tool is a chat box, it becomes a dead end. You sit there typing prompts by hand like it is 2023. The teams I see moving fastest right now are the ones treating inference like plumbing. They have YAML configs defining which fine-tuned model handles which task. They have batch jobs that run overnight processing 10,000 inputs through a quantized 7 billion parameter model on rented GPU instances. No buttons, no chat window, just compute doing what compute does. Third, cost. This one is brutal and simple. Most AI wrapper products are reselling API access at a 3 to 10 times markup. The value they claim to add is the interface. But if your workflow is automated, the interface has 0 value. You are paying a premium for a skin you never see. Running the same workload directly against a model endpoint, especially a self-hosted or fine-tuned model with optimized inference through something like VLLM or TensorRT, can cut your per token cost by 70 to 90%. That is not a rounding error. That is the difference between an AI strategy that scales and one that bankrupts your department by Q3. If this is making you rethink every tool in your stack right now, subscribe. Because the people selling you those tools are counting on you never hearing this. Now here is the strongest counterargument, and I respect it. Not everyone is technical. Not every team has engineers who can wire up API pipelines and write config files. The UI democratizes access. It lets the marketing team, the ops team, the non-coders use AI without filing a Jira ticket. That is a real argument, and I will dismantle it in 2 sentences. First, the config file approach is not harder than learning a new SaaS dashboard. It is differently hard, and it is a skill that compounds instead of locking you into one vendor. Second, the best Brutalist tools of 2026 are not command-line-only elitist gatekeeping rigs. They are lightweight API orchestrators with thin, functional interfaces that expose the pipeline instead of hiding it. The goal is not to make things ugly for the sake of suffering. The goal is to make the architecture visible so you can actually control it. So here is where we land. The most productive AI setups on the planet right now have no chat box, no drag-and-drop canvas, no animated loading dots. They have config files, cron schedules, and direct model endpoints. They are ugly, they are fast, they are cheap, and they are winning. The entire AI wrapper industry appears to be built on the hope that you never figure this out. Every polished button is a bet against your competence. So answer me this. Is the AI interface making you more productive, or is it just making you more comfortable while someone else takes your margin?